How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Portland Snowhawks and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown. Touchback.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Big Ed. Check.
Leo, down.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So add that time.
Because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Third third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All day, baby. All day.
Looking to throw. Costello throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Ready. 30 base. Here we go. Let's go. Get it. Let's go. Now. 5.
On first down, it's Armstrong. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Look, squeeze.
On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Anything moves, we hit it. Anything moves, we hit it.
Ready to break.
54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Back to throw. Costello. He's going to wind up and air it out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now King. Throwing on 4th down. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready.
5-4. Mike 5-4. Check 15. Check.
5.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On first down, King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. We're scoreless after 1. Portland football here ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 52.
To throw is King. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Armstrong. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, seam 6. Go. Snap.
From the gun, Costello. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up.
They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Jim.
Hard. You're out.
Watch twist.
Fire.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. King to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Here we go. Touchdown. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. On first down, Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one is right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. I'm coming. Shift. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing again. Costello. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check your hot read. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Hey, Sam on.
Check 3.
Be careful.
Looking to throw. Costello. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 8-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's King, operating from the gun. He's got it to Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
61, match pocket.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Leo! Go! Now!
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, it's Armstrong, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch.
2nd and 2. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Costello. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Check 13. Hey, exit. Watch the twitch.
From the gun, Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 50, play. Yeah, just lead Griffin.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. King. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st down, Dobbins, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Right there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
At the 28-yard line.
Look, squeeze. Now.
Looking to throw. Costello, and he's got Rome. And they will finally finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the red color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it over.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Stick the oar.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Out, 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 out. Set.
Rock it.
Sponge.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you